what would happen if you suddenly and unexpectedly couldn't work? Would your firm go on without a hitch? Would your functional area be able to operate? When we talk about succession, often it's focused on partners, and the discussion sort of stops there. But we really need to be looking at all functional areas of the firm. So IT, HR, training and learning. Do we have a succession plan in place? Now this topic came up with our CIO Advantage group, where they started to share a few of the firms were doing sabbaticals. So this turned into a mental exercise. What would you have to do to prepare for a 6-month sabbatical? Now, as you start to think about all the things that are on your plate, and you start to hand off what I would categorize as tactical duties, it's pretty easy to find someone that can do those. But as you get into more of the strategic type activities and the managing relationships, let's say with vendors and other partners, who could you hand that off to? Have you developed the people below you to be able to take that? The other thing we often hear is no one else knows how to do that, or no one else does that within the firm. Well, if you were honest with yourself and looked around, there's probably a lot of people with potential. And if you put the time in, you could probably develop them to be able to do those things. One of our CIOs has shared his approach, which is to take the attitude that has traditionally been in firms, which is either you go up or you're out, and shift that to an attitude of I'm going to move people up, and it may mean that they move out. A lot of that thinking is based on the multiplier effect, which comes from Liz Wiseman's book, Multipliers, How the Best Leaders Make Everyone Smarter. And her idea of multipliers is about leaders who really focus on extracting and extending the genius of others rather than trying to think about how much they know and how much they can do. So this whole idea of developing people, even though there may not be a position to promote them to, is always going to pay you back. They may leave, but they're going to remember what you did for their career. And if you ever need a quality resource again, those people you're gonna build a pool for the future. So where do you get started? I'd say go through this mental exercise of what would you need to do if you we're going to go on this 6-month sabbatical. Identify your list of gaps of the things that you have knowledge gaps, and start developing your team so that in the unfortunate event that you weren't able to come to work, your firm would be able to keep moving without a hitch.